Start your financial engines. Ready or not, it's earnings season again. That's at the top of the agenda for the Reuters business calendar for the week of July 12th. It all starts with the banks. JP Chase and Goldman Sachs kick things off on Tuesday. Bank of America, Citigroup, and Wells Fargo follow up on Wednesday. Morgan Stanley brings up the rear for the major financial institutions on Thursday. Wall Street analysts predict there will be a stunning turnaround in second quarter profits compared with the same time a year ago. Bank of America, Citigroup, JP Morgan, and Wells Fargo are expected to report a combined $24 billion in profits, way up from the $6 billion in the second quarter of 2020. Excluding a drag from low interest rates, banks have a lot going right, says Hillary Kramer of Kramer Capital Research.
Banks are going to be off the charts doing well in terms of earnings because they're right there in the middle taking these massive fees with everything from advisory to restructurings to initial public offerings to venture capital and private equity, and everything is just like on fire.
Rounding out the major corporate results for the week, PepsiCo is out on Tuesday. The consensus calls for earnings per share of $1.53. Revenues expected to grow to just under $18 billion. Numbers for Delta Airlines land on Wednesday. Expect another money-losing quarter for the global airline. Revenues are expected to come in at $6.2 billion. On the economic docket, the Consumer Price Index for June is released Tuesday. Economists predict core prices jumped 4% in the 12 months through June, and that's on top of what happened in May, which saw the biggest annual inflation surge in almost 3 decades. That's followed up by wholesale prices on Wednesday. A month-to-month cool down is predicted. The Producer Price Index, excluding food and energy, is likely to show a 0.5% rise for June after a 0.7% rise the month before. All those figures are likely to contribute to what we hear from the Fed's summary of economic conditions known as the Beige Book. That report, which is put together by one of the regional Fed banks, is what policymakers will use to help make their decision when the Fed meets at the end of the month. The Beige Book comes out on Wednesday. Sticking with the Fed, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell delivers his semi-annual monetary policy testimony before the House Financial Services Committee on Wednesday and the Senate Banking Committee on Thursday. Finally, we always like to take a look at the business of Hollywood. Basketball phenom LeBron James laces up for the long-awaited sequel to Space Jam. The cartoon live-action flick also brings together the star power of Don Cheadle, Bugs Bunny, and all the Looney Tunes characters. Warner Brothers' Space Jam: A New Legacy will debut Friday, both on theater screens and on the HBO Max streaming service.